I saw a video where this lady was talking about how the African women who marry these white men are going through a lot of hardship, that the kind of things they request during intimacy is horrendous, including molestation of the kids and all of that. As an African woman, you're in a country where you have rights, you're in a country where molestation, even, rape, spousal rape, and all of that, these things are taken seriously. So I don't know under whose tradition you're taking those things, because one of the disadvantages that African women have in Africa is the fact that they are being held by culture and all kinds of morality and things that it's even so bad as when you go to the police to say you've been raped, to ask you what were you wearing, what were you doing in his house. You cannot go to your family members now and say your husband raped you. You cannot even go and say he cheated and anybody will side you. So when you want to now marry an Oimbo, I will not be expecting you to carry to if I mean if we're going to be implementing those your cultural stance, then why did you marry him? Right? Because this brings me to my point that naturally it doesn't even matter where the person is from. 99% of the time, when a person is going through continents to find a bride, it's most likely for a very, very disingenuous reason. It doesn't even matter, including the ones who go all the way to find husbands. It's the same thing. Because make it make sense. How is it that you're not able to find somebody in a continent filled with millions of people? Many of these people get African women, they do it because most people in their society wouldn't want. These are like the societal rejects. Secondly, you don't even know this person. You don't know anything about this person. Thirdly, most African women get married to Western men without even understanding the concept of racism and all of that. So many of these people don't even see you as human beings to even start with. And instead of, I wouldn't say, oh, don't marry these people, this is how they are. The truth is, two things can be true at the same time. And one of them being that, yes, while there is racism and you're most likely going to marry somebody who doesn't even see you as a human being, let's not forget about the patriarchy we have in Africa, whereby a lot of women are being subjected to horror in the name of marriage. When you talk to an average Nigerian woman, they disguise suffering as the pride of being a wife. When you see them talking about it, marriage is like labor. So at the end of the day, if we didn't have poverty, if we didn't have patriarchy, if we didn't have a lot of societal, problems that have conditioned us to want to seek elsewhere for partners, we wouldn't be doing that. So what I was saying in a nutshell is I cannot tell you guys not to marry them simply because man must chop, abi, somehow, somehow. But I can only say open your eyes, and when you go to these countries, know the laws so that if anything happens, you can always, always advocate for yourself.